Hello, welcome to Lunch with Flimsy, episode 2, and I'm going to get today's topic in just a moment. But I'm just showing this battle that happened a few weeks ago in ranked in the Massachusetts, and you can even pay attention to the chat in this battle, as it's a great example of teamwork when your team works together and uses the chat bar function. So today, the topic I want to discuss is taking a break from World of Warships. I know there's been talk from different players at different YouTube, World of Warship content creators who discuss it every now and then. And about, was it almost 2 weeks ago? Yeah. I took a 5-day vacation. Where I basically just stayed where I was, but went 45 minutes outside of the city I live in to a cabin on a fjord. I was able to just enjoy some peace and quiet. Wasn't playing any World of Warships because I'm not going to take my whole PC setup with me. And then came back 2 days after that and still decided, I'm going to extend my World of Warships break from 5 days to 7 days. And I did hop in once or twice just to grab some of the Italian free bundles that you could get in the armory, just because why would I let doubloons and those tokens go to waste? But then I exit right out afterwards. So it was really nice having that 7 days away, because it helped refresh me. When I came back into playing World of Warships after that 7 days away, I kind of felt I had a bit of excitement. Kind of starting back up in the game again. Of course, ignoring everything else that's going on in the game right now, which we might briefly touch on. But it was nice to just mentally take a break from it, because I really like doing the daily missions, so I get my 42 steel every day and knocking those out with the clan bonus. Because those of you who do not know, I live in Norway. And that means that I really don't get to participate in clan battles with my clan because of the time difference. And also another reason why I've been playing a lot of ranked to earn steel in right now as well. So between ranked right now and pretty much daily missions, that's the only two main places I really ever earn steel. Unless, of course, they offer it in a dockyard event or something like that. But to be able to just take a break from the game for 7 days was really nice. I think it's easy to get bogged down in everything that's happening into the game. I would say that most player critique on the game, it's overall it's more negative than positive, especially if you're plugged into maybe World of Warships Discord server or following YouTube World of Warship content creators. And what wargaming themselves do to the game. Because this past, on Monday, the Mingles Jingles episode, he changed my perception on something that I had thought for a while. And the point that Jingles makes is very enlightening, let's put it that way. But as you know, that they're looking to change the Deadeye skill now, that they're going to be reworking it or just changing the skill completely. We don't really know until it happens what exactly they're thinking. And someone has even said they're also looking at changing other skills too. So, oh boy. But there's been a lot of players complaining about Deadeye. It's too OP for the game. It's stupid to have, the dispersion that you get, like with Thunder, which already has super good dispersion, so on and so forth. And so a lot of players complained about it. They weren't happy with it, including myself specifically with the Commander rework. And so now, after everything comes to pass, it goes live on the server, Wargaming says, nope, we're going to change it. It's whether or not they're actually admitting it, but that Deadeye is a bit messed up and doesn't work in the game very well. So to me, the mindset was what I felt like I saw. I've only been playing World of Warships just over a year. Is that if players complain enough, they complain loud enough, all the time to wargaming, then wargaming will change what they've done. That's not really the case, and Jingles even pointed out, like, if you think that the community for players complaining about what they're doing in the game is enough to make wargaming change your mind, or, well, Sunshine, you're living in a different reality. Something along those lines. But that basically, when wargaming implements changes, it's a result of lost profit. So there's a lot of players who quit that I saw more at a higher accelerated rate than normal, I would say. And people were requesting submitting tickets, get money back, so on and so forth. You know, for those of you might have seen the meme compilation on update 0.10.0 that I did. And as just a lot of players were just really furious about the commander rework. And because of that, a lot of there's players that left the game. There's players that just stopped spending money on the game too. So that lines up. So then Wargaming, they changed their minds, changed their ways. You could look back at the Puerto Rico dumpster fire. The same could be said of that. So on and so forth. So it's really the Wargaming only way to change things if they lose profit, because this is a free-to-play game, as Jingle says. But the bottom line is always their first priority is going to be wanting to make a really popular game, or making a really high profit and making a good game with the wargaming publisher, so on and so forth. I don't want to talk about that. Jingo's talked about that on Monday. And I'm not entirely sure I got off track on that. But anyhow, now coming back after the 7 days break, it was nice to just kind of be able to step back into things. And I think that's also another reason why I see a lot more players playing co-op and operations, I feel like, than I used to. They want something different, and they're just kind of sick and tired of everything that's going on, or even maybe the toxicness you'll find in the community at times as well. So the 7-day break I took, I plan to do that every once in a while, at least every year. I mean, honestly, for me, it's probably going to be, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Take a 7-day break, just for more Warships, and just to help kind of get reset. If the game is causing you to curse, bust your keyboard, and is affecting you in your regular life, then maybe you should take a break. There was a guy in a World of Warships Facebook group a while back. He talked about how the game had, I think it was a YouTube comment on Sea Lord Mountbatten. He talked about the game had made him really angry, and so actually he busted his keyboard. But there's a guy in the comments that he was older, maybe 50s, 60s, 70s, playing the game, and he actually had a heart attack playing the game because he was getting so worked up and frustrated. That's when you need to step away and take a break, right? It's just a game. It's just pixels moving on the screen, right? You don't have, there's no crew on your ship that you need to get back home safely to their families. It's just a game. It's literally pixels moving around the screen. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first started playing the game, once I got things more figured out, it'd be easy for me to become frustrated with it. Or the toxicness of chat and stuff like that. And then ultimately, I just kind of, it's not worth it, even to respond to those who are being salty against you in chat. Really, unless you have a good comeback, perhaps. Good one-liner. But just, I find it more amusing when players get upset with me over something I've specifically done and just pretty much laugh about it. But it's good to be able to, if the game's causing you to be frustrated and all upset, then I would ask you to reflect in, why is that? Is it, healthy for you to be upset with the game so much that, maybe your spouse or your family, your kids see how you act while playing a game that just literally moves pixels around on the screen. So if you play games and World of Warships is the only game you play, I would advise you that World of Warships not be the only game you play. So for some time, I started playing this game when I was early teens, mid-teens, something like that, called Command & Conquer Red Alert. That game was awesome. And then this past June of 2020, they released the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection. And so you get to play Command & Conquer Remastered, or you can choose Command and Conquer Red Alert Remastered. And I also have a map editor. And you can get this in Steam. I bought it in the store for $20, which essentially is, for me, is 199 kroners in Norwegian currency. But that game, it's a pay to play game to play it, right? It's not like free to play. Like you could never spend a dime in World of Warships. But this game, you just pay $20 and that's it. And the game, in my opinion, is great. It's such a good game, and I just play like the skirmishes in it against the AI with different levels, and there's so many different maps. The game is ridiculous, and just having that really helps because for me, it's like you get away from, maybe had a frustrated evening in World of Warships, and then you just hop into Red Alert Remastered collection for myself. And it's quite nice. So I'd recommend checking out that game. I do hope to do a video, some videos on it at some point soon. But I feel like I'm so backed up with World of Warships content that I'm wanting to get out. So, in total, in summary, take a break. If you need to take a break from the game, no harm done. Probably will help you. It helped me. And then, try to have something else that you play, a game that you really love, that they're not completely changing all the time. Because Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert, it's the same. It's a strategy. It's kind of like Halo Wars if you play that, but in my opinion, it's kind of better than that. And there's not a limit on how many troops you can make and the buildings and structures that you do, so on and so forth. So if you liked today's episode, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you haven't subscribed, thanks so much. As we are marching on our way to 150 subscribers. So cool. Really pumped about that. And because I really like sharing what I do here in Warships with you guys as a hobby. It's something that I have fun with and interacting with the community and with you guys. If you have thoughts on what you'd like, maybe perhaps discuss in a Lunch with Flimsy episode, drop it in the comments to let me know and take a look at it. So, until next time, take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.